of COVID-19 pandemic, many people's lives have been and continue to be affected. Although the country has moved to alert level 1, we are also cognizant of the mental, emotional and physical fatigue and ailments that COVID-19 has caused. Joining us now via Zoom is Gail Masondo, life in recovery coach, to speak to us about mental health matters. A very warm welcome to you and thank you very, very much for joining us here on SABC News.
Thanks for having me today. Thank you.
Let's talk about mental health holistically. When we speak about mental health, what exactly are we then referring to? I mean, the word depression is often thrown around, but surely there's a lot deeper into when we say mental health. There's a lot more we're talking about, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And I think what's really important, your news just now, the COVID is rising. We've had more deaths in the last 24 hours. And what happens is Michelle Obama coined it a couple of weeks ago. While some of us may not be clinically depressed, needing to enter a facility, a psychiatric facility, but we are in a low-grade depression. And that means that some of us are not eating well, we're not sleeping well. There is the uncertainty on our shoulder that keeps patting us and saying, what if? And if you're not able to cope in a holistic, healthy way, then we turn to other things to numb reality or to fall into denial that things aren't as bad as they are. And so you start to numb that pain through addictive behaviors, which is a whole nother, kettle of fish over here, where addictions can come up in shopping, can come up in drinking, it can come up in, relationships, moving from one relationship to another relationship, eating disorders. There's all kinds of things that happen when we are feeling like we're out of control. And when we are, you use the term, when we're mentally, emotionally, and spiritually exhausted.
Yeah, and I mean, we can talk about all of this, but, a lot of people don't really know what the tools for sort of start the process of recovery are, and especially given the fact that we are actually still in the midst of this global pandemic. So it's not something that we can sort of say it's over, it's done, we can move on. We're still in it, and a lot of people still battling with issues related to what might have been caused by COVID-19, whether it is that, there's issues of job losses, for example, losing family, losing friends, people have had to deal with death, things like that. And I just wonder, where does one begin with this process then of recovery whilst in the midst of the pandemic itself?
One of the best things we can do about life in general is to accept that there is an issue, and to be able to explore and be able to be cognizant of the fact that I feel like I am spinning out of control. And then the next thing, acknowledge, and then the next thing is ask for help. Yeah. Go and seek help. If you fall down the stairs and fracture your leg, we rush you to Mill Park or Santon Clinic, wherever, to get that leg set in place. The same thing happens when we are broken inside by outside pressures. And so asking for help is so important. And that kind of, I suppose, is a nice segue into why I'm here today to talk about October 31, which is the last day of this mental health awareness month, where there is a group has put together something called Free Your Mind. And that for me is relaxing, just that title, to free your mind and come get tools to find out how to holistically move through the maze of uncertainty. And so there will be counseling coaches on site. There will be physical activity that will happen. There will be great food. And then there will be an opportunity for you to this is for male and females, for you to kind of interrogate yourself. Where are the areas I need help? or what is it in my past that won't allow me to embrace my future? And so those are some of the things that will be happening on October 31, Free Your Mind, the retreat for that day. And we hope that you'll come out and experience gathering tools for the things that you've lost, that's been lost, stolen, or given away.
Well, tell us more about this Free Your Mind initiative then. Tell us where it will be, for example, time, people who are listening and saying this is something I might be interested in taking part in.
Yeah, it starts on the 31st, and what's so interesting is that it starts at 6 a.m. in the morning. And that's a positive in the sense that let's start the day in a holistic, healthy way of seeking help, seeking to meet new friends, seeking to get new information other than what you've had in the past. And I think that that's going to be a wonderful opportunity. I can give you one number, 072-508-3701, to give you more information as it relates to the day.
All right. Okay. Thank you so very much, and good luck with this initiative and all the work that you are indeed doing. Do you believe that, just in closing, as I just wrap up, I know I'm out of time, but do you believe that this time of COVID-19 and all the lockdown, all of that has presented, an opportunity for, not just government, but everyone to kind of stop neglecting this issue of mental health, given the fact that so many people are indeed battling with the issue?
You know what COVID did? It kind of brought some stuff to the surface.
Yeah.
We can run and we can hide and we can be in denial for a long time. But when you are with yourself, by yourself, even with other people in the room, it gives you an opportunity to, like I say, re-examine. What are you thinking about? We've got to be really careful about what we allow from the external to really make a haphazard, chaotic mess within inside of us. I think COVID, if we had paid attention, because we'll probably never have this particular time again, it gave us an opportunity to reassess and reset and maybe make some new goals in our lives, As a counselor in the clinical space and as a chaplain, I also want to remind people that this is also a spiritual journey that we're on, and we can get to know the Creator as well during this time of uncertainty. But I'm sure COVID has offered many of us that are listening today an opportunity to regroup, recess, and just kind of do some internal work. That's what Free Your Mind really is about. And the organizers, that's really what they want to see happen.
Okay.
So thanks for having me.
You're so welcome, Gail. Thank you for talking to us. And indeed, this initiative, I wish you all the best for what you're doing. Thank you very much for giving us your time here on SABC News.